Hello everybody, welcome back. I'd like to show you the state of my 3 Phalaenopsis orchids that I have. Usually I keep them in the windowsill in my kitchen, but I brought them out here because I'm going to be repotting them. Actually, I'll just do the one right now because it's in dire need of repotting. But all 3 of them are showing similar symptoms right here. Okay, so let's take this bigger one out, which is the one I'll be repotting right now. This one has the most pronounced issue that I have, which is instead of growing straight up, which it used to do, and it used to go straight up, now it's leaning towards the left. And I'm not sure why it's doing that. Maybe because it was leaning more towards the sun or the light, but it's in my kitchen windowsill, and you know, the natural light comes in from the window through this sunroom that I'm in right now. But anyway, it's been leaning to the left, and now I have a spike growing up. So this spike has grown, I guess, twice the size it was a couple of days ago. So I don't want it to be going up that way when I straighten it out, because I'm going to rotate this to the right about 90 degrees. So you can see over here I have the old spikes that I had cut off. Here's 1, 2, there's 3, 4, 5. So it's been there's the sixth one down here. So all the years that we've had this orchid, it's been spiking almost every year. So here's another one coming out. What I had done in the past was after they had flowered, I would cut them off at the end here. But now for this one, I think I'll just leave the spike intact and cut off right below where the flowers were. But anyway, so this is like a 4.5-inch pot, which was the pot that I had come in when we had received this as a gift. And it's been years since we have this, at least 6 years, because you know we counted the spikes here for you. And I should have repotted this a long time ago, but now is not an ideal time right now because it's winter, it's December now, and the spikes are just starting to come out. And typically, the recommendation is that we repot right after the flowering season, which is in the summer. But because I don't want this to be growing sideways, I'll just repot this. So I was thinking that when I do repot, I was considering whether I should leave it in the original pot here or go into a larger size, because if I rotate them, there may not be enough space inside this pot for the roots, because this started to curve left. I'm going to have to rotate it, and it may need a bigger pot. And as you can see, there's a lot of aerial roots here, so I'm not sure whether that's any indication of the roots down here that are not happy. But I can tell, well, I can't tell right now, but these look kind of healthy still. And we have some roots growing out through the slits here, which I'll probably have to cut off. And yeah, okay, so that's this one here. It's probably going to tip over because it's heavy to the one side. But I want to show you my other ones too. These smaller Phalaenopsis are a little bit older. I've had these a little bit longer. One of these pots, I think it's this, no, this is the original. Okay, so I repotted one of these a few years ago. It was this one that I had repotted several years ago. Now, wait, let me see. No, this one's still more intact. Sorry about that. This one I repotted because you can tell that it's really loose. Now, the original pot, you can see that these are spikes that had come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think about 5 spikes here. So now this is overgrowing, it's coming out through the hole, so I'll cut these off and repot this. Wasn't sure whether I'll put this back into the same pot or maybe put it into that larger pot there, but then I have to find different holders, because that's kind of like this small holder here. But we'll see about that after I take this out of the pot to see how the roots are doing. This one is in the original pot. This one just had flowered last year with some spikes, and you can tell right here some of the old spikes that I had cut off after it had flowered. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them here, because all of these were former spikes. So this one will be the last one to repot. Again, not sure whether I'll put it leave it into here or put it into a larger pot. So this is a 3.5-inch diameter across the top. Best I can measure because it's plant was in the way. And this one's a 4.5-inch. I couldn't find a 5, so I got a 6-inch pot. I think I'll put this one in here, and let's get to it. All right, so let's get to it. I have my clippers here, so let's clip some of these off so that it can come out of the pot more easily. Now, I've watched several YouTube channels about repotting. A couple of the people say it's okay to clip off the old roots, especially ones that are dying, but others say that you should leave it on. So I think either way would work. And let's see what's coming out. Squeezing the sides here to loosen it a little. I had watered this a couple of days ago, and right now it's a little bit not as easy. Oh, here we go. All right, so they all look kind of, roots all still look okay. Now let's take some of this out. Looks like there's some sphagnum moss here along with bark. So we'll open these up and remove the gold medium. Okay, the roots here still feel pretty firm, though they're a little bit discolored, but I guess that's the way it is. So let's take the stakes out. All right, yeah, all this is sphagnum moss here. I thought it would be bark, but yeah, in the middle is sphagnum moss. Some here are dead roots, so we'll trim them off. All right, I'm glad I got the larger pot because it looks like these roots here still are all healthy, and it should fit into, I mean, we should maintain them. But I've seen videos from some growers that trim off most of the old roots, most of the roots, so that it can all grow back into the new pot. But we'll see. I think some of these I can trim off, like up here. This looks dead. Yeah, there's some dead roots here. So this one looks a little bit dried out. Up here's dried out. Yeah, but the bottom here is still good, but I'll cut this off because this looks like a dead root. And these here, right here, this one's all stringy. And here's some here, so we'll cut this one off. All right, let me come around the other side. This guy here. All right, so I think that's it. Let's move this aside. And we'll get the new pot. And we'll get some sphagnum moss. Put them on the bottom. From Home Depot, orchid grow mix. We'll find out. And we'll just throw some in. Okay, we'll separate the air roots. Yeah, see now these roots are growing out that way, it's hitting against the pot, but we will make it work. All right, I think this will do it. Let's see, I don't want to pack it down, but I just also want to make sure that this will stay upright. Okay, I'll put the stakes in and maybe the stakes will help keep it up. Let's pull this aerial root out. This aerial root comes out too. All right, and I think this is ready. It's still falling, but let's stake it. Okay, here's the spike. It's coming out horizontally now, so I'll just tie this to the stake and let it grow. I'll put this one, I'll put this here. Well, I guess when this grows out, when it grows up, I can stake that to this stake too, but I'll just put this one in here for now. There you go. All right. It's still leaning a little to the side, but at least the main part here is somewhat horizontal, vertical. So I think I can just pull it. Oh, there we go. We'll pull it over here like that. Push this here, and voila. All right, so that is one pot. And let's get to the other one that I was going to do. And that was this one. Yeah, so this one, let's see, yeah, there we go. Let's switch this back out again. This one should, oh, I gotta cut these roots over here because it's growing outside of the pot. I hate to do this, poor roots. They're all healthy too, so I guess in order for it to come out of the pot, I'll have to do this. All right. Get my stakes out. Oh, there we go. Oh, actually, this is still... All right, pot is out. Yeah, not too much medium in here. I guess I did a not too good of a job repotting it that first time. So let's clean this all off and cut off some of the dead roots. And we will repot this. So put some sphagnum moss on the bottom so that when it's in this container, if we overwater and this water seeps out the drain on the bottom, that it will collect on the bottom, and then the sphagnum moss here will soak it up and hopefully propagate it up through to the roots. Okay, the layer on the bottom. All right, let's see. A couple of these were aerial roots, but others, these were aerial. Oh, I think I cut off most of the, oh shoot. All right, we'll just do that. Keep the aerial roots outside and fill her up. Okay, and let's get these stakes in. Keep it upright. There's one there, and let's get this one in here. I don't need that one, I think. Yeah, this one should do. We'll put the other one in if there are spikes coming out that we need to stake off. And this is it. This is the second one. All right. That was easier than the first time that I repotted this. So I think that is it. Well, let me try doing the other one too, since we're already out here. Our last one. All right, so this is in the original medium that we had received this as a gift as, which was a long time ago. Too embarrassed to say how long we've kept this in here without repotting. So this medium probably is not providing as good a nutrient to the orchid as brand new medium. So let's take them out. And yeah, let's look at the old sphagnum moss here. And yeah, this is mostly sphagnum moss. Oh yeah, that's right. No bark at all. So I'm surprised. Well, I shouldn't say surprised, but I'm glad that the roots are still relatively healthy, the ones that were on the bottom, or the ones that were in the sphagnum moss. So let's take all this out. Oh, got this covering. I don't know what it is. It looks like what you put in an Easter basket. All right, most of these roots look healthy. I don't think I need to cut any of these off. So I think I can put this back into the same pot. I don't think it needs a larger one. Well, maybe I can put it in the larger one. Let's see. Let's clean all this off first. And you can tell all the previous spikes, look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all coming from the same side. And this one had flowered last year, so this one is still a live orchid that is actively flowering and growing spikes. So this one hasn't, oh, just another aerial root. So not as lucky as that one there that already is starting to grow a spike. Okay, let me trim this one off because this one is probably one of the original ones, original spikes. And this one too. This one is sticking out a lot as well. All right, so let's see. Yeah, this will fit, but it's kind of tight. Let's put it into this one. Actually, I'm going to go wash this off first. I don't want to put it into the old pot because it looks like it's pretty dirty. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So I cleaned this up as much as I could. It's not sparkling new, but I got all the old medium off of the side and started lining this. The bottom part with sphagnum moss, and then some of the compound or the bark mixture here. Okay, so this actually looks like it just barely fits into this pot if I want to straighten them out. So if I would have put him back into his old pot, it would have remained slanted. But since the goal of this was to get him upright or more vertical, we needed to get into this bigger pot. Now these are aerial roots, which I want to keep aerial, but there are a few that were aerial which I'll bury or put inside the medium. Okay, so this looks like it's all right. Oh, pardon my reach. Let me bring this over here so that I don't reach across like I did with that other video, or the earlier part of this one. So let's fill them all in. Okay, and some more style. So let's put these stakes back in. Let's see, I'll put it on this side so that it will help stand it up like that. There. I don't have to tie anything off if I do that. And I'll put him over on the side, I believe. Not necessary, but let's do that. Yeah, let's put him right here. In case we get some spikes on this side. All right, so let's, okay, this is all wet, so let's move this aside. And bring this back. See how it looks. A lot better than before. And this one, I'll fix it a little bit more so that it's more vertical there. I want it to be more like this. All right, so this is my repotting effort for my 3 orchids. There are 3 sizes of the pot. This is the original 3.5 inch. And I moved the smaller one into this larger one, which is 4.5, and then this one's a 6-inch pot. All right, so I'll do a follow-up on this, especially for this one in the summer or in the spring, as this spike here grows. Hopefully it'll turn back up, because this has been going rather quickly, because about in the beginning of the week, this was half the size. And as I had seen that it was growing a lot faster, that lit a fire under me to do the repotting right now, because if I leave this alone, this will be going straight up while the rest of the plant was still on the soil. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you everybody for watching. Please leave comments or questions below, and I will get to it as quickly as I can. Thank you.